Fast and my good evening and welcome to the Manx Radio Folk Show with me, John Barker, playing you the best in folk and roots music from the Isle of Man and from all around the world. Last week I said I was going to play the new single by Tunng, so here it is, Deep Underneath. Not perhaps their folkiest number, but very good all the same.
Fingers see this.
So that was Tunng, T-U-N-N-G, and they're celebrating 20 years of making music with a new album out in January. But in the meantime, that was their new single, Deep Underneath. They are perhaps the band for whom the term folktronica was invented. Now then, I've had a request from my good friend Michael Gallop of Staveley in Cumbria. There's a bit of competition between him and some other friends of mine to get the Mrs. Trellis of North Wales Award for the most requests sent in a year. I'm not really sure who's winning at the moment. This is Mick's favourite seasonal song, as indeed it is mine. Winter Song by Lindisfarne.
When winter's shadowy fingers first pursue you down the street, and your boots no longer lie about the cold around your feet, do you spare a thought for summer whose passage is complete, whose memories lie in ruins, and whose ruins lie in heat? When winter comes howling in, when the wind is singing strangely, blowing music through your hair, and your rain-splattered windows make you decide to stay in bed, do you spare a thought for the homeless tramp who wishes he was dead? Or do you pull your bedclothes higher, dream of summertime instead? When winter comes howling in, the creeping cold has fingers that caress without permission, and mystic crystal snowdrops only aggravate the condition. Do you spare one thought for the gypsy with no secure position, who's turned and spurned by village and town at the magistrate's decision? When winter comes howling in. When the turkey's in the oven and the Christmas presents are bought, and Santa
Now, a great gig that's coming up at the end of this month is Cool Yule 2. It's at the Peel Centenary Centre on Friday, December the 27th from 7:30, and tickets are available at etickets.im/cc. It features a duo from the UK called the Lunatraktors, and who are an absolutely fascinating combination of folk and improvisation. They're supported by Time Flies and Clash Vooar, that great Mags band who released a CD this year called Pulled by the Stars. So here's a track by the Lunatraktors, Rigs of the Times, a well-known traditional song that has been brought up to date in many different ways over the years, but never perhaps as much as in this version. And Croshvollen by Clash Vooar. The Croshvollen, of course, is a charm or a good luck token, traditionally carried by Manx fishermen as protection against drowning and injury at sea, and is a bone from the throat of the Bollen Rass.
Well, first it was spending too much on campaigns, staying out with the foreign me used to blame, using Facebook to sell propaganda to us, and a 10-foot high lie on the side of a bus. It seems honesty's all out of fashion. These are the rigs of the times, my boys. These are the rigs of the times. Let's take Brexit and COVID-19 on the chin. Every issue's a battle that we're bound to win, 'cause it's always the billionaire winners who choose the value of life that we all stand to lose, because honesty's all out of fashion. These are the rigs of the times, my boys. These are the rigs of the times. Now it's collapsed to say thanks to the brave NHS. Well, we may as well clap to say Tinkerbell next. No more pay for the nurses, no visors or masks, just millions in contracts for the boys in first class, singing honesty is all out of fashion. These are the rigs of the times, my boys. These are the rigs of the times, the times. Here's to all the small businesses falling apart. Well, living on credit's a delicate art, or 300 a month on the door, many thanks. Pay the rent, pay the mortgage, it all pays the banks. Honesty's all out of fashion. These are the rigs of the times, my boys. Dream that we could find is to pop them all off in a high gale of wind, and when they get up there the cloud it will burst, and the biggest old rascals come tumbling down first. Honesty is all out of fashion. These are the rigs of the times, my boy.
für die Becken Kimmer. Tommy Pack and Smoke Room. That's creepy, yeah.
So that track was Crosh Vollen by Clash Vooar, and before that was Rigs of the Times by the Lunatraktors, both of whom are appearing at Cool Yule 2 at the Centenary Centre on the 27th of December. Tickets available now. Now, the Clash Vooar album, Pulled by the Stars, would be in my list of best albums of 2024. And I was drawing this list together to put it into a show, and there were just too many albums to include in just one show. So the rest of tonight's show, all of next week's show, and the first half of the show after that are in fact my favourite albums of 2024. They're in no particular order, but next up is an album by Open the Door for Three, called A Prosperous Gale, which is one of the best traditional Irish albums I've heard for many years, even though they're actually from the USA. This track is called The Mermaid of Mullaghmore. Now, the next 5 tracks have something in common as well as being on my list of the best albums of 2024. I've seen them all perform this year as well, in one form or another. At Saltburn Folk Festival, I saw Amy Leach and Alistair Paul perform an absolutely perfect 30-minute set, just voice and one guitar. They released their 6 Sangs EP this year as well, and from that, this is Had Your Tongue, Dear Sally.
And who had your tongue, dear Sally, as I can take the chin? I'll buy to you a Johnson car and a bra white muslin gown. I'll buy to you a Johnson car and a bra white muslin gown. And besides a bonny wee lap dog to follow your jaunting car. At the deal gangway your lapdog, your jaunting car and all. I'd rather hear a young man we need a penny of all. I'd rather hear a young man we need a penny of all. But I got in an old man to roam me frae the war. Your pipes are never in order, your chanters never in tune. I wish the deal he had and a young man in your room. I wish the deal he had and a young man in your room. But I got in an old man to row me frae the war. Her old man is dead and gone, he's left her all alone. He's left her 10,000 pounds and who's and land all in. He's left her 10,000 pounds and who's and land all in. And besides a bonny wee lapdog to follow her jaunting car. But now she's got in her young man, we need a penny of all. I knew she's got in her young man, we need a penny of all. He's broken her cups and saucers, he's broken the main and all. And he's killed the bonny wee lapdog that follows her jaunting car.
Heisk, that Scottish band featuring Isla Callister on fiddle, released a new album called Headstrong this year, and I saw them at Shrewsbury Folk Festival. They were wonderful. Here's a track from that album called Te Tegi. So that was Heisk. Another band I saw at Shrewsbury Folk Festival were Ranagrai, who were absolutely superb live. They had a new album out this year called Tradition 2, which is also a very fine album, and this is a well-known song from that album, Courting is a Pleasure.
Courting is a pleasure between my love and I, and it's down in the young green valley that I'd meet her by and by. It was down in the young green valley, she is my heart's delight. Oh Molly, lovely Molly, I would stay till broad daylight. Last Sunday, my true love passed me by. I knew her mind was altered by the roving of her eye. Well, I knew her mind was altered to a lad of a high degree. Oh, Molly, lovely Molly, your looks have wounded me.
That was Ranagrai, really one of the best live bands I've seen for a long time. I do recommend them if you get the chance to see them. Perhaps we could persuade Dave McLean to get them at the Centenary Centre, as I'm afraid they're just too big for this stage at the Institute in Laxey. But someone we did have at Laxey was the wonderful Tim Eadie, who's one of the most amazing performers we've had there, and what a generous musician he is as well, and great fun as well, unstoppable in his conversation. He's released a new album this year, which is called Little Bird, 22 compositions 1995 to 2024. And the title track is a very well-known tune that he composed quite a number of years ago now. So here it is, Little Bird by Tim Eady. Now, a band I have suggested to Dave McLean that he has at the Centenary Centre are the Urban Folk Quartet, and indeed I think Dave had them booked just before COVID, and of course that didn't happen. Now, I've not seen them perform this year, but we have had their banjo player and singer Dan Walsh at the Institute, so that counts for this next track. This is the Urban Folk Quartet, and one of my favourite songs from many years ago, Peter Gabriel's Salisbury Hill.
Salisbury Hill. I could see the city lights. Wind was blowing, time stood still. Eagle flew out of the night. He was something to observe. Came in close, I heard a voice, standing, stretching every nerve. Had to listen, had no choice. I did not believe the information, just had to trust imagination. My heart going boom, 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 son. He said, you could grab your things, they've come to take you home. I wasn't nuts, turning water into wine. Open doors would soon be shut, so I went from day to day. Though my life was in a rut, had to think of what I'd say, which connection I would cut. I was feeling part of the scenery. He said, you can grab your things, they've come to take you home. Way back home. Spin a net, I'm never where I want to be. Liberty, she pirouettes until I think that I am free. Cast my empty silhouette, who close their eyes and still can't see. No one taught them etiquette. I will show another me. I knew what the smile on my face meant. I did not need a replacement. My heart going boom, 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 son. I said, you could keep my things, they've come to take me home. Way back home. Way back home.
So that was the Urban Folk Quartet, whose album True Story makes my list of best albums of 2024. Well, of course it does. I love the Urban Folk Quartet. Before my last track for tonight, a quick roundup of what's happening around the Isle of Man. There'll be the trad session at O'Donnell's on Wednesday night from about 8:45. The Mitre in Ramsey this Friday night, 8:30. There will be step dancing this week. We announced that there was last week, but in fact we got the date wrong. So from 8:30, there'll be step dancing, followed by a session. And the Sunday afternoon session from about 1 p.m. is at Black Dog Pizza in Peel, of course. That's sure to be a great session. There'll also be the Folk Club in Ramsey on Thursday evening. I've just realised I've got a couple of minutes to spare, so in a departure from the best albums of 2024, let's go all the way back to 1972 and Nick Drake's final album, Pink Moon. Here's the title track.
saw it written and I saw it say, Bingo Moon is on its way. None of you stand so tall. Bingo Moon, gonna get you all. It's a Bingo Moon, yes, Bingo Moon. Bing, 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 bing. Bingo Moon. Bing, 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 bing. Bingo Moon. Saw it written and I saw it say, Bingo Moon is on its way. None of you stand so tall. Bingo Moon, gonna get you home. It's a Bingo Moon, yes, Bingo Moon.
Right, so last tonight is a track from the new Topet album, On, live at the Jam Jar, which you can find on Bandcamp. These tunes are Polka No, Dixies, and Halling Fran Hadjedalan Efter Per Mir. I'm sure that pronunciation is absolutely spot on. I'll be back next week to play you more folk and roots music from the Alaman and from all around the world. Please do join me then.